Good morning, welcome to the channel. I'm going to take the advice of some folks that have commented on the last video working on a Jeep and get an angle grinder, I guess is what it is, and a flap disc at Harbor Freight. And we'll see exactly how much of a difference this flap disc and grinder is going to make with paint removal compared to the palm sander and rough wheel or abrasive wheel that I was using. So with that said, let's get this vlog started. Okay, we're here at Harbor Freight. I'm gonna go in and get what we need, and I'll be right back out. Actually, probably like this. And we're back. Let's go home. All right, time to get working on this. And let's see what this grinder and flap disc will do. Here we go. Okay, so working on something else here. I was getting the rest of the hood hardware off, and the hood latches sit right there like that and just go straight through the fender. These are the nuts and bolts that were holding them on. Look how rusted and seized that is. I actually had to take a drill and drill through the screw head. That's the screw head there, and then put vice grips underneath and snap it once I got it drilled so far. It's the only way I could get these off. Junk. Just a wrap up of today, and I'm going to combine this with some additional video from tomorrow and get an upload put together. What I had to do, I had to drill out the hood latches, so I took care of that. Took the bumpers off. I got the front of the fender started. I used the flap disc and I didn't really care for it, so I went back to the palm sander. I ran the palm sander over this. This feels a lot better from the abrasive wheel. That was all done with the palm sander, or I'm sorry, the flap disc. And I started working on some of this rust. I got it down pretty good where I can just Bondo a little bit of that. License plates off. Did a little flap disc down there on the bottom. Got the tailgate hinges off. The top one came off okay. You can obviously see the rust, rot, and corrosion. And they were a pain. And the bottom one, I actually sheared a bolt off right there. So I had to drill it, and it's drilled through, but it's not big enough. And that side came out somewhat okay. On this side, took the antenna off. Everything was okay with that. Here is the factory paint. This was white. This still has clear coat on it. So this Jeep was white for sure. And let's see, same thing. I had to drill out the hood latches. Bumper's gone. I took the headlight bezels out so I can work on the front here, on the front clip. I'd have to take the turn signals out yet, so I'll do that at some point. I also started working on removing Plastidip. For the love of everything holy, if you are going to Plastidip stuff, make sure you put enough coats on it. What happened was there are some areas where there's not enough Plastidip on it. And for example, right in here. May be hard to see, but that is very, very difficult to get off. You can see some there. And also over here on the letters. So what happens is by having too thin of a coat, you can't really peel it off that well. I did the best I could on all four wheels as far as peeling, but there is a lot of work to be done on those wheels to get the rest of that Plastidip off. So that's it for today. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm going to combine this with some more footage from tomorrow, and we'll put together a video for you. Okay, so it's a new day, and I've already done quite a bit of work today on this side. And I decided not to film all of it because it's the same thing as doing the other side. It's tedious, it's time consuming, and basically I didn't see the point in filming all of it because it's very boring. So anyway, just to give a quick walk around, this is where we're at. This side here is the most complete and ready for primer. And I started here with cleaning up this area this morning. And been working, it's now lunchtime. Been working my way around. And still got some to do up here on the cowl, as they call it. And yeah. So I'm gonna keep working and I'll update you as I get more stuff done with it. Okay, another quick update. I probably should have covered this with plastic when I started the bodywork, because there is so much dust and debris all over the inside and all over the engine bay. So what I did, I went ahead and did all my taping with my painter's tape and put the plastic in. And I'm not done with the bodywork, but that's going to save me time when it's ready to be primered. So I got plastic over the wheels and tires. I got painter's tape all around the tub. Plastic. Painter's tape. I gotta clean that up a little bit there. Stuff that in somehow. And yeah. So up here I'm not too worried about it because that's all hidden by the windshield frame anyway. So I didn't really tape that. Should I have? Maybe. But I'm not too concerned with it. And yeah. So I'm ready to start doing the body work. What I did is I sprayed a little primer there where the rust was. and I want some primer underneath the body filler because it's got rust preventative properties. So I did the same back here. This was all rusted, so I primered it real good. Now I'm gonna rough that primer, then I'm gonna put my body filler on and build it up real nice, and then sand the body filler down, and then yeah, we'll see how it goes. Then we will be ready for primer. So with that said, back to work. All right, so we got our Bondo body filler. We have our cream hardener, which is a red color, and I don't have the right tools, we'll say, to get filler out and then mix it. So to improvise, I got popsicle sticks and tin cans. The whole thing about me is always adapt and overcome. If I don't have something that you're supposed to use to do something, I will make it work some other way. That's just my nature. So I'm gonna get the head mount on the head strap, and we'll mix up this Bondo and get ready to apply it. All right, let's do this. So one of the things we need to do, these are both very stable products on their own. It's only when you combine them that they harden. So that's the Bondo, what I'll call paste, the actual filler. And it's kind of like a plastery, I don't know, hard to describe. Oh, there it is. Okay. Obviously you want to do this in a well-ventilated area because this stuff stinks. So what we do, we lay out a line of the cream hardener. You want to knead it a little bit in your hands. Get it all mixed around real good. I might be able to just pour that. I don't know. That looks like it may have been sitting for a while. I'm gonna have to get it all mixed up in here. So we'll lay a decent sized line. About like that, roughly. And then we take the Bondo, the filler, and pour it onto the hardener. Okay. And then we just mix it up. Now this will start to set pretty quick, so you got to be pretty quick about mixing it. You want a nice even color. I think they want you to describe it as like a salmon color, like a light pink. But you want to make sure that you don't have a marbled look to it. You want it a nice smooth, even color. Alright, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to come over here and start applying it to the Jeep. Now, there's no real easy way to do this. I just kind of start smushing it in there. It's a little bit runny, and that's okay. But as you can see, once it kind of gets on there, So what we're trying to do is build up this area where this rot is. Now please remember, I am not a professional at all. This is all amateur work. See how it's setting already? So see, at this point I can't even really use this anymore because it's already set. So then I can come along here and sort of scrape some of that off. And now it's kind of like a putty substance. So I like to just take my fingers, kind of smush it in there. Now obviously what I did wrong was I mixed too much Bondo from the very beginning, right? So I mixed way more than what I needed, and now it's wasted product. I can't do anything with it. But see how quick it sets? See how it's like I don't know, kind of like clay. And that'll just continue to harden over time. So what needs to happen is, as this hardens, then I'll get another smaller batch mixed up, and then I'll build it up some more. And I'll keep building it up until it sticks out further than the body, and then you come along and sand it. That's it. That's how you do it. Lesson learned about quantity. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm no professional at doing this, so basically taught myself, and obviously I make mistakes. Okay, so this time we're gonna do a little bit less and it should work out a little better. So anytime I do Bondo, I know they only give you this little bit of hardener. I always go buy a big tube just in case, because you just never know. Alright, let's stir it up. Got a nice color in here. Stir and walk, because this stuff sets so quick. Okay, I'm just going to use my hands. Push it into that valley there. Okay, we are back. And I don't know how good it's going to come through on the video, but I have a nice built up area of body filler slash Bondo. Okay, here it looks a little low, but realistically I think we'll be okay. I'm going to use the palm sander. It's not going to work great because I'm using 80 grit and it's going to take a while to get down through it, but it's about the best I can do. So I'm going to cut the sound out because this shit gets loud, and we'll go from there. Okay, so that is it for this video. That's a combination of a couple days worth of work, and basically the body is ready to be primered. So that'll be in another video. However, here's the deal. I don't have like a paint booth set up, and I don't have any way to keep my camera inside the garage when I do this, like on a tripod or something, and I sure as heck am not gonna put it's weird, my camera was doing something weird. And I sure as heck am not gonna put the head strap on when I'm spraying primer in my garage. So that's not really gonna be on video. I don't want to risk ruining my camera, and I don't have any good way of thinking to do it so you can actually see. If you are interested in how to put primer on a vehicle, I suggest you YouTube it. There's sure lots of videos about spraying primer, and that's obviously how I taught myself how to do it. So yeah, on that note, if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. I learn as I go. It's that F-150 guy. Y'all have a great day.